everyone, and welcome to Talk Palena, the podcast that helps you speak English more naturally.
Hey everyone, great to be here.
I'm Lena.
And I'm Paul.
Before we start, we have a quick, friendly reminder. If you enjoy our podcast and find it helpful, please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share this episode.
It really helps our channel grow and reach more learners like you.
It really does. So, Paul, are you ready for today's topic?
I am. What are we talking about today, Lena?
Today, we are talking about something very important and sometimes a little difficult. We're talking about feelings.
Oh, feelings. That's a fantastic topic. It can be really tricky to talk about how you feel in a new language.
Exactly. So, our goal today is to make it a little easier for all of you listening. We want to give you the words and phrases to express yourself.
Sounds great. Where should we start?
Let's start with a simple question. Paul, how are you feeling today?
That's a good question. I'm feeling pretty good, actually. I feel relaxed and ready for our conversation. What about you? How are you feeling, Lena?
I feel really happy today. The sun is shining outside. I had a lovely walk this morning, and now I get to chat with you.
That sounds like a perfect morning. It's the simple things, isn't it?
It really is. But, that question, how are you feeling, can feel like a very big question, especially when you're learning English.
Yeah, I can see that. Why do you think it's so difficult?
Well, I think there are a couple of reasons. The first one is vocabulary.
Right? Not having the right words.
Exactly. When you start learning, you might only know happy and sad, but feelings are so much more complicated than that.
Totally. You can be a little sad or very sad. You can feel excited or nervous or maybe a little bit of both at the same time.
Yes, that's a great example. So, vocabulary is a big challenge. Another reason is that talking about feelings is very personal.
It feels vulnerable.
It does. It takes courage to share your feelings in your own language. So, in a new language, it can feel even scarier.
That makes perfect sense. And I was also thinking, culture plays a big role too.
Oh, that's such a good point, Paul. Can you say more about that?
Well, in some cultures, it's very normal to talk openly about your emotions. In other cultures, people are more private. So, learners might not be sure what is okay to share.
That is so true. So, it's a mix of language, confidence, and culture. No wonder it's a tricky topic.
Yeah, so how can we help our listeners feel more comfortable with it?
Let's break it down. We can talk about some common feelings and give everyone some simple, natural phrases to use.
Okay, I like that idea. Let's start with a positive one, happiness.
Perfect. We already used the most common phrase. I said, I feel really happy today. It's simple and clear.
Right? What's another way to say it?
You could say, I'm in a good mood, or I'm in a great mood today.
I like that. I'm in a good mood. It sounds very natural.
Okay, what about when you are happy because something good is going to happen in the future? For example, you have a vacation planned.
For that, you would use the word excited. You would say, I'm excited about my vacation.
Yes, I'm excited about... You can use this for anything. I'm excited about the party on Saturday. Or, I'm excited about starting my new job.
It's a really useful phrase.
I think this is a good moment for some listener practice. We want you to speak with us.
Good idea.
Okay, everyone, please repeat this sentence after me. I'm excited about something. Great job.
Nice. Okay, now my turn. Repeat this one after me. I feel really happy today. Excellent.
Okay, so that's happiness and excitement. Now let's talk about a more difficult feeling. Sadness.
Right. The most basic phrase is, I feel sad, but sometimes that feels a bit strong.
I agree. Maybe you're not crying, but you just don't feel great. What could you say then?
You could say, I'm feeling a bit down today, or I'm feeling a little low.
Feeling down is a fantastic, natural phrase. I use that one. It perfectly describes that feeling of low energy and mild sadness.
It's not too dramatic. It's just an honest way to say how you feel. You could also give a reason, like, I've had a tough day.
That's a really good one. I've had a tough day, or I've had a long day. It explains why you are feeling down without giving too many details.
Exactly.
All right. What about another very common feeling for language learners, and for everyone, really? Stress.
Yes, stress. I know that feeling. How can we talk about it?
Well, you can be very direct. You can say, I'm a little stressed, or I'm feeling very stressed.
Simple and effective. Often we are stressed about something specific. So you could say, I'm worried about my exam.
Yes, worried about is perfect. It connects the feeling to the situation. I'm worried about my presentation at work.
There's another phrase I like. I've got a lot on my mind.
Oh, I use that all the time. It's such a great expression. It means you have many things to think about or worry about, and it's making you feel stressed.
Exactly. It's a good way to express that feeling of being overwhelmed.
I think it's time for another practice.
Let's do it. Everyone repeat after Lena.
I'm a little stressed.
Great. And now one more. Repeat after me. I'm feeling a bit down today.
Wonderful. You all are doing great. It feels strange to talk to yourself at first, but this practice is so important for improving your speaking.
It really is.
Okay, so we have talked about how to express our own feelings, but conversation is a two-way street. How do we ask other people about their feelings?
That's a crucial part. The most common question is, how are you? But in English, this question often gets a standard automatic answer.
Right. I'm fine, thanks. And you? It's more of a greeting than a real question sometimes.
Exactly. So if you really want to know how someone is, you could ask a slightly different question.
Like what?
You could ask, how are you feeling today? That small change, adding feeling, makes the question more specific and personal.
I love that. How are you feeling today? It shows you genuinely want to know.
What if you see a friend and they look upset or worried? What could you ask then?
In that situation, a gentle and kind question is everything okay? Or, are you all right?
Yeah, those are great. They show that you've noticed something is wrong and that you care.
So, this brings us to the next important part. Let's imagine your friend answers and they say, I'm feeling a bit down. What is a good way to respond?
This is so important. The number one rule is just to listen. You don't have to fix their problem.
Yes, that's the best advice. Just listening is a huge support, and you can use some simple phrases to show you're listening and you care.
Like what? What could I say?
You could say, I'm sorry to hear that. It's simple, but it shows empathy. Another really good one is, that sounds difficult.
That sounds difficult. I like that a lot. You're not saying, I know how to fix it. You are saying, I hear you and I understand this is hard for you.
Exactly. It validates their feeling. You could also say, I understand how you feel. This can be very comforting for the other person.
And if you want to invite them to share more, what's a good way to do that?
A perfect simple question is, do you want to talk about it?
That's great because it gives them a choice. They can say yes or they can say, no, not right now. And that's okay too.
Precisely. No pressure, just support.
This is such great advice, Lena. It's not just about language, it's about how to be a good friend.
I think so too. Learning a language is about connecting with people, and we connect through sharing our experiences and feelings.
You know, we've covered happy and sad, but what about those moments when things just don't go your way? I'm talking about feeling angry or frustrated. You know, we've covered happy and sad, but what about those moments when things just don't go your way? I'm talking about feeling angry or frustrated.
I agree. That was a really wonderful and important conversation, Paul.
It was. So, a quick summary for everyone. We talked about why it can be hard to discuss feelings in English.
Because of vocabulary, confidence, and culture.
Right? And we gave you lots of useful, natural phrases. Let's repeat just a few key ones.
Good idea. For that feeling of future happiness, you can say, I'm excited about...
When you're feeling overwhelmed, you can say, I'm a little stressed.
When you're listening to a friend who is having a hard time, you can show your support by saying, that sounds difficult.
That's a great summary. The most important thing for all our listeners now is to practice. Don't be afraid. Try to use just one of these phrases this week.
Yes, please do. Practice is everything, and that is all the time we have for today here on Talk Palena.
Thank you all so much for listening.
And one last time, if you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe to Talk Palena and maybe share it with a friend who is also learning English. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye for now.